All right, everybody, I am back with a brand new DC update. And before I get into the DC materials here real quick, I wanted to thank everybody who has donated. If you're watching the video and you were one of the ones who donated to the GoFundMe for our family dog, I cannot tell you how much it means to us. I'm going to do an update on my dog every once in a while, probably once a day, to let you guys know what's going on. She is acting a lot more normal today than the day where she got injured, and she's got no use of one of her legs at all. It just completely drags. And so we're supposed to see a neurologist today and probably schedule an MRI to find out whether it's the one of two options of what happened to her back. And so we're hoping it's a lesser of the evils, which would require a lot of rehabilitation. But if it's the worst thing, she may have to have back surgery or even have her back leg amputated. But we're using a sling to help her. She is acting more normal. She was whining for the first 24 hours just because they had to inject some steroids into her spine. And so she's now acting pretty much normal, but she's just laying down. She's not doing anything. So for anybody who's wondering, we are waiting for that call from the neurologist to get that stuff scheduled, and I will keep people updated. But she is feeling a lot better and acting normal. She actually was able to go to the bathroom today like normal, which has been difficult for the last couple of days. So she, we're having to hold up her back legs, but she's at least able to go outside. She doesn't appear to be in any pain at all, which is good, but she still does have sensation in that one leg. If it gets touched in a certain area, she does have feeling in the leg that's not working. So there's a good sign that this is the lesser of two evils, but we won't know until the MRI. So for anybody who's wondering, she's doing okay. She's just resting right now, and she will be until she heals. All right, so let's get into the DC stuff. First of all, Warner Brothers is on fire. I still need to do my video on what's going to happen with the company, but to make a long story short, they're going to be broken up, and there's a very good possibility that Warner Brothers itself is going to be spun off into a whole different company, may not even be under Zaslav's dominion. He may end up selling just Warner Brothers entirely, and know that if that happens, whoever picks it up is going to pick up DC because DC is a part of Warner Brothers. They could sell off DC itself, but I don't think they're going to do that. But something is definitely going to happen. This company cannot maintain where it is now. Something is going to happen, and it's going to happen soon. It will happen before Superman does get released. But let's take a look at the photos that I have grabbed since the last update. First off, this came from Ron Stewart, and this is true. He did tell me, hey, brother, you might want to look up. I'm not sure where it came from, but they did a most successful Superman movies list, adjusted with inflation. Funny that Man of Steel only came number 2 at $951 million, second only to 78's original Superman film at $1.3 billion, which was hilarious, was the comment saying, even though it was divisive, you can't deny it was successful and profitable. Yet the haters will still deny it. And it is true. It is absolutely true. And I can guarantee you there is no way that James Gunn's movie is going to make that kind of money. It's just not going to happen. But they're still going to call his movie a success, whereas they still continue to say that Man of Steel was a flop, which it certainly was not. Here's a pretty cool generated photo of Henry Cavill as Superman. Again, that is an epic costume, an epic... Yeah, we lost gold, people. We lost gold. So the rumor has it that the second Joker film, Fully Ado, that the trailer is going to drop tomorrow, Tuesday. And if it does, I will do a trailer reaction for members of my channel. I am hoping that this movie and hopefully the trailer is good, because the last trailer was not very helpful in kind of getting an indication as to what this movie was going to be. But we shall see when that does drop. All right, so this is pretty cool. I am very much looking forward to this. There's a lot of stuff happening in the DC universe as far as comics go, and I will be covering this as we get closer. Scott Snyder, who is amazing, came out and said this October at DC Official goes all in. That's the initiative. It is called All In. The biggest initiative we've tried in years. Every book will be a jumping on point. Continuing series, new series, everything. With every kind of superhero story you could want, from new takes on the heroes to epic core line stories, which is actually going to lead to two continuities down there. You have, which I would consider Alpha and Omega. So you're going to have your regular universe on the right and then the weird universe on the left. And we don't know how this is going to fit into the story yet, but I watched an interview with Scott Snyder, and it's pretty cool on what they're doing with this. So here is the other universe Batman that's going to be coming out, and it says Scott Snyder's Absolute Batman will introduce us to a Batman who is not rich, does not have any money, and does not have a butler. He's supposed to be more brutal and just more, it's going to be interesting. He doesn't have the resources that Bruce Wayne does. And so this is going to be in that alternate universe, which I'm looking forward to. I'm definitely going to be picking up this title. I'll probably check out Superman at least for a while. All right, now this is something interesting. This came from Everything DCU, and it says Glenn Powell has started following both James Gunn and Andy Muschietti. Now, I believe, from what I understand, he was already following these people a long time ago. But it says, do we have our potential star for the Batman Brave and the Bold? I think he would make a terrible, terrible Batman. The only two characters I could see, when he is smiling, he could be the Joker. Okay? But outside of that, someone had made a comment, and I totally agree with this. He would make a fantastic Two-Face. But Batman, he certainly is not. So according to Daniel RPK, Kumail Nanjiani is confirmed to play Booster Gold in the DCU. I think this would be stupid, but hey, you never know. With James Gunn, you just never know. So currently, the casting has begun for Hal Jordan because they are going to be doing the Lanterns show. And there are no names, auditions, or short lists that have just been released at all yet. So we don't know who they're looking at, although James Gunn did say that the creators do have some people in mind that they would like to try out for this. I just hope they are very respectful of the property. Now, James Gunn actually posted this, and again, this is why I don't like James Gunn. Kite Man is a fun, irreverent Harley Quinn spinoff. Like Harley, the series is set among Gotham's villains and goons, with a similarly lewd and rowdy vibe. Kite Man, hell yeah, wants to go where everybody knows your name, Max. Harley Quinn is one of the best comedies. I can't watch the Harley show. It's just full of language, and it's disgusting. And it's also why I stopped watching Doom Patrol as well. I got through the first season, and that was it. I just don't care for these properties that are over the top, lewd, disgusting, and just full of language, and again, for the lowest common denominator. I have no idea why Kite Man was even greenlit, how that is even being made. Like, this is just bizarre stuff. And he did more to promote this than he did the Penguin show. It's who James Gunn is. All right, so that's it for the basic DC news going on right now with the movies and shows. There's really hasn't been anything released from Superman, the movie itself, other than the fact that they have the Hall of Justice, and they were filming those scenes, and then they were out of Cleveland. And with the Hall of Justice, the building looks pretty cool. And what's crazy is there are people, pointing out, and I agree, that it's hypocrisy to go ahead and just jump into a universe like this when everybody gave Zack Snyder and Warner Brothers a hard time when they did, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman in Batman versus Superman. And here they are jumping into a fully realized universe with a bunch of characters. And again, I don't see how this is a Superman film when there are so many other characters in this. It does not seem like a Superman film at all. It just seems like a way to show this brand new universe, and it won't be focused on Superman specifically. We'll see when it gets released, but I just do not hold out a whole lot of hope for the Superman film. All right, guys, so what do you think about all this news? I'll be doing my Warner Brothers video here either later today and have it up tomorrow, but we will see you on the next video.